Good morning, Upper Peninsula beautiful. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. The time is 8:19. The sun is just poking up through the trees. I covered the greater Two-Hearted River mouth in this way so far. Most of it was at night in the dark with a flashlight. You're going to see a beautiful agate that I found with a headlamp at 6 something in the morning. The single best agate I've ever found with a headlamp, because so far to date I've only found small crappers. It was a blessed morning. It's going to be a beautiful day. Just getting to Unikite Point. We had heavy winds yesterday and the day before. I have not looked much in the dry. I'll be looking in the dry on the way back. Should be able to get in the water if I choose to. It's pretty cold air temperature today, like 32 degrees. Thanks for coming along with us this morning. Let's see what we can find. Lord willing, we'll find some agates. Well, it's 6:40. We had amazing winds yesterday. Or the day before, I should say. Yesterday it was windy, but the day before was really windy. So I'm out here at Two-Hearted River. I've never successfully found one at night in the dark, not a good one anyway. So we're praying that we can find an agate this morning. But when the sun comes up, we'll get back with you. Thanks for coming along. Thanks for checking us out. We'll let you know what we find. Well, good morning and welcome back at 6:54. Where'd it go? I just found the single best agate I have ever found in my life at night. It's amazing. Oh my gosh. Can you see it from here? I have never successfully found a good agate at night, but we just found an absolute gem. Maybe the best I found since we started the channel. Oh my gosh. That is an amazing gem. I'm gonna get a picture of it. I cannot believe this agate. This is just amazing. I'm so excited. Like I said, 6:54 in the morning. Best agate I've ever found at night using a flashlight. This thing is amazing. I don't even know how to do this to get it out with my flashlight. Hold on. Oh my word. Wow. This is over 2 ounces, probably 3. Thank you, Lord, for this. Thank you. Wow. This is an oh my gosh agate. Thank you, Lord. Wow. Look at that. Hard to get with the flashlights and stuff, but wow. It's a little bit blurry right there, but I just found a Uper light. It's going to be so hard to see it. It has a lot of specks. But my Uper light flashlights aren't very good. But thank you, Lord, for the Uper light. See if it'll come in clear. The sun is just coming up. My phone does not like low light, but what a beautiful morning. I'm so excited to be here. That agate we found was absolutely amazing. Thank you, Lord, for this day. What a blessed day. There, it's coming in a little bit better. Just a second, sorry about that. It is 7:25, and I just found my second Uper light. Again, my flashlight, my Uper light does a terrible job. But there it is, and maybe I can show it. Is that it? It's hard to tell. That's not it. Oh, there it is. I don't think you can see the color, but it has a lot of flecks. And I found these just using my flashlight, so thank you, Lord. This has been one of the best mornings I've had in a long time. Man, it's blurry. Good morning and welcome back. It is 7:53. You're looking at off in the distance, that's Agates Point. And then I have dubbed this little inside bend, this cove, Magnetite Cove. Sorry about the blurriness, but the sun is coming up, the moon is up there, the sky is beautiful, the water is beautiful. It looks like cotton candy. Should be able to get into the water today. I've already been looking a little bit. There, you can see the breeze starts out there. It's a south wind today, but it'll be mostly protected by the shore. How gorgeous can you get? I am so excited to be here. I am so excited to find 2 Yooper lights and the most amazing agate ever in the dark. Thanks for coming along. I've been hunting about 7 minutes or 10 minutes without any flashlights. The rocks are amazing. I'll probably film some up there. It's easier to see through the camera than it is with the naked eye. Thank you so much for coming along today. So if you noticed, we're back here at Two Hearted. Remington and I came out not last weekend, but the weekend before for our backpacking weekend. In fact, I'm probably going to try to release the video tonight, but this one will be released a week from now. But anyway, when we came out, we found some really good rocks for his exhibit, a beautiful piece of banded iron formation and some other ones, and I left them at our camp. We camped up right around here. I also lost my pocket knife, so I have to come out here to see if I can find our rocks, but I also wanted to do some more work on his science fair project. And there's just been a lot of rocks. I've done really well here. The Lord has blessed me this summer on this beach. So that's why I'm back at Two Hearted. These rocks are absolutely incredible. I probably am not going to look for the rocks that we left until I come on the way back. Usually I hunt all the way down to the kayak. What's that? Just quartz, which is another mile past Agates Point. But I think today I'm just going to get to Agates Point and turn around. There's so many rocks in the dry. Well, they're wet, but these have all been changed. There's been a ton of Yooper light hunters, but they don't usually look for agates. So that's why I'm here. I just love those little wispy clouds coming off the water. I don't know if you can see them. I'm changing this. If I just called it Magnetite Cove, I'm calling it Caledney Cove. I think it has a better ring, and I keep seeing tons of Caledney rocks that look like agate imposters or agates. So I think that's what I'm going to call it. This is Caledney Cove, and up there is Agates Point. Gorgeous. It looks like that plane is going straight up. It was right about here on Friday night, 2 weekends ago, that Remington found that gorgeous red banded agate. It almost looked like water level with a red on the bottom, but that's where he found that, right about here. You can see in the water perfectly. I am reluctant to get in because I don't have my hip waders, and the air temperature is so cold my feet might freeze if I get out of the water. Incidentally, I forgot to mention, this morning when it was dark and the sun hadn't even popped up yet, I was in prayer doing my normal beach prayer. I pray for my family. I pray for family members, people on the channel that have asked for prayer requests. I try to pray for everybody. What's that? Is that church? In the morning when I'm doing less filming and less talking. And in my prayer, I switched from praying to family members, and I quickly said, Lord, it would be sure nice to find a beautiful banded agate in the dark with my headlamp, because I have hunted agates all my life and have never found one in the dark with a headlamp, except at a gravel pit. And then I went back to my regularly scheduled prayer, and not maybe 2 minutes back into my normal prayer, the Lord popped out that beautiful agate. I saw it in the water. Is that something? Nope, just chert. So thank you, Lord, for answered prayer. Looks like there's already a ton of people down there. This is getting to be a very popular place, that's for sure. Look how challenging of hunting it is. The shadows, some rocks are wet, some rocks are dry, but this is Unakite Point. We have reached my favorite spot. But I'll probably have to wait for the sun to come up and dry everything because it is very challenging. But look at how beautiful it is. Wow, gorgeous. Let's see if I can do this. Psalm 119, beginning in verse 33. Teach me, O Lord, the way of thy statutes, and I shall keep it unto the end. Give me understanding, and I shall keep thy law. Yea, I shall observe it with my whole heart. Make me to go in the path of thy commandments, for therein do I delight. Incline my heart unto thy testimonies, and not to covetousness. Turn away mine eyes from beholding vanity, and quicken thou me in thy way. Establish thy word unto thy servant, who is devoted to thy fear. Turn away my reproach which I fear, for thy judgments are good. Behold, I have longed after thy precepts. Quicken me in thy righteousness. Psalm 119, verses 33 to 40. Man, I should be in the water, but I don't want to get my feet wet and get frozen. I think it's only supposed to get like a high of 58 today, but what's that? Wish I had a scoop. Just a red rock. Maybe once the sun comes up I'll get wet, but here I am at my favorite place, but the sun and the wet and dry rocks is making it hard to see anything. But I'm by myself. What I thought was a whole bunch of people is just driftwood, so that's a blessing. It's just me and you guys out there. Look at that. It was many years ago, right here, right west of what we used to call Reed and Green. There's several times there's big piles of rocks, and these rocks are absolute. I mean, these things are huge. But my buddy Jerry found a half-pound nodule that had windows of bands on both sides. It was kind of a whitish, bluish agate. Very little quartz, just all agate. Ooh, what's that? Ooh, these rocks are chilly. They're frozen. Anyway, he found a dandy right here. These rocks are huge. There could be a 5-pound agate here. Wouldn't that be nice? Just for some perspective, I put down our good agate from this morning down in the rocks. And it would be, with this lighting, it would be hard to miss. In fact, after I put it down and turned on the camera, I didn't think I could find it. But there it is right there. That would be very easy to miss, and that's one of the best agates I have found in a long time. So this lighting is going to be tricky. Of course, if it was like that, the bands are more easily seen. When it gets a little lighter, I'll put it back in the water and get it wet and show you guys again. But I'm going to wait for a little bit. Well, I had said I wasn't going to go down to the kayak where the rocks stop, that I was going to hunt those big patches of stone closer to the mouth of the Two-Hearted, but with being here so early and with the rocks covered in frost and whatnot and all the shadows, I can't really see the good rocks, so I'm going to head all the way down to the end and then turn around. These rocks are beautiful. But I want to be able to hunt those big piles of stones when they're dry and when the sun is higher in the sky. So I might even hunt the water a little bit. It might warm up enough to do that. But so anyway, I'm heading down there. This is again one of my favorite spots. There's a gargantuan hill we hiked up 2 weeks ago. That was a chore.
we're almost to the end, to the last point of rocks. We'll get down there and turn around, and hopefully the sun will have melted off the ice and it'll be better visibility. I'm so excited to be out here by myself this morning. I love hiking with Remington. He's so much fun to hike with, and it was nice to hunt with Elijah after so long. So that was a super fun trip. So glad that he joined us on Saturday. But sometimes I like to hunt by myself. What's that? Wow. That wants to be a water level, but it's probably that other kind of agate. But at least it's fun to find. Just picked up a beautiful, beautiful fossil. I do not know my fossils. I shared with that before. Rob from Michigan Rocks knows a whole lot more about fossils. Cindy from Sweet Treasures by Cindy knows a lot about the fossils. City Rockhounding knows a lot about the fossils. Check out their channels, but I don't. But it's still a cool rock. So I've been up in the dry. The dry has been rather dry. The first agate we found this morning was in the wet. And then nothing since then except some crappers. But I just found this. And it's agate. Doesn't have a lot going on except for right there. It's got some bands right there. So I think I'll stick that in the pocket. Thank you, Lord, for that one. I'm almost where I'm going to turn around and I'm going to get in the water. I've been reluctant because it's cold, but I think I'm going to get in the water. Because we know those rocks will be fresh. 10 o'clock. Ooh. Beautiful banded shirt. Oh, that's cool. All right, let's go down into the water, shall we? Ooh, I don't know. Yeah, I will. Alrighty. I'm fully wet. I'm committed. And the water is chilly. So we have not found many agates this year in the water at Two-Hearted. But it's fairly calm this morning. So I'm going to give it a shot. Remington would say, give it a shot. I just came out of the water for a second. I noticed a big crapper. Let's get it wet. It's got some pretty stuff in it, but too big to carry. Out it goes. So I'm out here this morning. I think I said it was October the 9th. But the conditions, the morning reminds me when I was 16, I was hunting at Wildcat Road with my parents and my brothers. We were on our family vacation. It was like the 3rd or 4th of June. I was out in the water and there was a lot of big rocks like this. And that was the day I found my biggest, best agate to date. It was 1.76 pounds, banded, a complete agate. What's that? Probably just jasper. But the conditions were just like this. The rocks went further out that day at Wildcat, and I was in waist deep water, and it was probably a little bit more calm than this, but not much. And I saw it just gleaming at me from deep in the water, and I dove in to get it. It was a morning just like this. Many, let's be 32 years ago. And then when I was 18, it was stolen. Ever since then, I've been looking for a pound agate to replace it. And I've come close, but not quite a pound yet. Got our first victims up there. There's a couple hunters way up on my Unikite Point. I'm out here in the water. Right now, it's probably the best looking stones I've seen in the water. A good mix of big, small. What's that? It's nice to have a poker stick since I don't... Is that something? Let me see. No, it wasn't. Anyway, beautiful stones. I haven't found anything yet in the water. Nothing worth showing yet. I found a couple crappers, but it's perfect conditions to be out here this morning. Wow. Well, the sun is up. The rocks are dry up there. And that's an amazing, amazing path. I'm going to walk up here to this point in the water and then go back the other direction and hunt that pile of stones. We'll see what we can find. I see a couple hunters up here. We'll have to check in with them and see if they found anything. It's a gorgeous day to be out here. I am so thankful.
You don't even have to hunt. It's, they're all gone.
Look who our victims are that I pointed out. Hey Rob, how you doing?
Good, Dan.
Rob, I have not found one since the sun came up. Not one agate.
Well, that's depressing.
But when I walked down there, they were all frozen and wet and dry. But I found one with my flashlight this morning before the sun came up.
Nice.
You got to see this.
I'd love to see it.
It was where'd you guys park?
Right up here.
I parked at the mouth. This was right past the bridge.
Ooh. Oh, wow. That's amazing.
This is probably the best one that I've found since I created the channel 2 years ago.
That's probably better than any agate I've ever found. I don't know. That's amazing.
You guys find anything?
No, we found nothing.
I saw the bucket.
Oh, wait, no, Steve. This is Steve, by the way.
Are you the owner of Frank's?
Yeah.
I'm Dan. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Dan.
I had a sneaky suspicion when I showed you those agates and then the winds we had.
Yeah, well, I told you I was going to come out here one of these days. Here I am.
There's so many rocks down that way, and then also that way. Did you go that? You didn't go that way anyway?
No, we just got here half an hour ago.
All the way down there, there's piles and piles of stones, and the only prints were the Uperlite hunters. So you'll probably find some. But I was here too early.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you didn't pick them all up. I forgot to give Steve credit. He did find a carnelian.
Do you have it in your pocket?
He has it in his pocket. Probably too big to haul out. It might scare you.
There you go, Dan. How did you find one that small?
See how thick my glasses are?
So, other than the morning find with my headlamp, it's been kind of dry until I ran into Rob. I could have sworn it was him. I saw the bucket, but he looked too short, but I guess because he was in the water.
I'll try to look taller next time.
Is that the GoPro? My son wants the GoPro now that we made that video with you. That's all he talks about is the GoPro.
That's my GoPro. Although I film more with the phone than the GoPro.
Well, it's good to see you, Rob. I'm going to get to getting.
All right, nice seeing you too.
Well, there's Rob and Steve heading that direction. That was a lot of fun to run into Rob here this morning. I had a sneaky suspicion a couple of days ago. I sent him some pictures of the agates we've been finding at this near this access point here that we used to call Reed and Greed, my Unikite point. Anyway, he said he couldn't sleep one night because of the agates I showed him, and I figured he's been wanting to hunt with another guy, and I figured they may come out sometime. Anyways, it was neat to see him, and maybe later this fall, if we get another windstorm, Rob and I can make another video again. What's that? What's that? Agate material. I did find, I left Rob. Oh, what's that? Got about 15 feet down the beach after we said our goodbyes, and he said good luck. And I found an agate, so I went back to show him, but I didn't show you guys. There's that side, but it is absolutely gorgeous. Clear. It's got a little window of bands right there. Just a beautiful nodule. So I went back and showed Rob. Oh, where's my stick? Anyway, it was a pretty quiet morning after the good agate find. I thought this video was getting a little bit dry, and then Rob shows up, so that's always fun. Glad you guys could come along. He said that, oh, what's that? What's that? Honey. He said there were some people that went that way. That's my favorite point they're hunting. We'll see if we find anything. So I got out my good agate from this morning and showed Rob and filmed it, but I couldn't remember if he was filming or I was filming, so I don't know if you've seen it. And in case you haven't, I'll film it again. Here it is. This is the one from this morning. I can't believe it. It is amazing. It's got to be 3 ounces in all bands. So thank you, Lord, for that. I'm going to have to take a couple pictures of this thing. How do people do that? How do they get those good pictures? That's how it was facing me this morning, like that. But the other side, I don't know which side I like better. It's pretty awesome. I'm so thankful for this thing. This made the day. Thank you, Lord. So there's some people way up there by a log. See, I don't know if you can see them. That's where we camp. That's where I got to get to find our lost things. So we have a lot of rocks to look at before that, but this beach has got a lot of pickers today. That wind's picking up out of the southeast. I haven't seen much for filming, but I do see this. It probably doesn't look like much like that, and it might not look like much, but I do think it's a nodule. So we'll get it wet. Oh, I was mistaken. Look at the bands on that. I didn't even see those. Wow. That's pretty good. Thank you, Lord, for that. I wasn't expecting it to be half that nice. Wow. Awesome. Thank you, Lord. Well, I'm pretty much back. You're looking west to where I found Rob way down there. And then this is right down by the ridge. Millions of people. I'll probably do my outro on the bridge, but I'm almost back. Found maybe one more that I haven't filmed, maybe not. But very excited to find that one this morning. And very excited to run into Rob. That was a lot of fun. Well, everybody, we made it back to the bridge. You're facing east today. There's a strong west wind. Today was a day that I had to go out and go to our campsite and see if I could find our rocks that we left, our big biff and my Uperlite, but our rocks had all been scavenged. I couldn't find my pocket knife either. But that was the reason that I came out, but because of the winds and finding that awesome agate this morning, I'm so blown away by it. So thankful for it. And then running into Rob and joking around and laughing around with him. So thank you so much for coming along today. Thanks for tuning into Upper Peninsula Beautiful. Shorter video today. Anyway, remember, seek and ye shall find. What a day it was. We are back. And I'm getting ready to air this video. I thought I'd throw in the pictures that I took on the beach. The agate looks to me better than in the light in the morning sun than it did at night with a headlamp. So I took a whole bunch of pictures of it on the shore. Just wanted you guys to see it because it's such a special agate. And sometimes I don't always show my agates very long. And I always plan on working on that, showing my agates longer, and then I forget about it. But I especially like this picture here with it in the water with the ripples. It just is really cool. But thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Remember, seek and ye shall find.